crazy. Ferragamo, Barricado, tunnel under just like I'm El Chapo. Back up on my. Me no sin, no stands. You get a. Whole squad on some. This that church is on the move. Pulpit, you with a cool kid. Deuce, click. Small room full of. Could become a tomb or a nuisance. Shit, my dogs come with a toolkit. They act a fool with. All my dreaming be elusive. I need the whole thing.
Cold-blooded, I've been hunted by a slew. That's how I do it. With the rag out the window, then we riding around all night until the sky then went. Pay me, I don't miss a nickel. I'm a sickle. My checkbook on Steve Ballmer. Do what I want, don't believe karma. Hit the lot, get a new whip. Drop your top, then on them. Talking like they coded. I ain't never seen a sneeze on them. My cough up another. Build a house new on them. That's another mansion in North Georgia. Why going in foreclosure? That M3, my fourth order. I got a lake out back, I'm sitting on 50 acres. If you said I wouldn't make it, y'all just and we don't pay attention to none of that. Y'all pocket watching and clocking, we sitting right where the numbers at. We quarterback and we play caller, we hand it off, then run it back. We four seasons, white winners and summer's black. Now how the they gonna handle that? I came for the whole thing. I know you ain't expecting that.
Hold the need the skirt, hold the cheese, need the bell, clean the funds, clean my hands, clean the do my dirt, just the dance, ain't tryna flirt. My mans came home the first, watch the feds, don't overlurk. Hit the bed, but I can't right now. Same old head tryna take me down. 10 so high, wanna pay so loud. Everybody hood, wanna get a good play, tell them work them on fair, but I pray for the down. Still got the on payroll, whole team ain't move when I say so. I'ma rule the whole game, I'ma grab, I'ma chain with them, put a block up, but it still came down. Me now, let me live, human love, look me down, be my judge. This does, I got fans, they can't tell I'm just a man, need the love, be my need my I don't plan, just show up, ayo. God don't get what you can't. I just met a bad thing, she stable. Now she mad at the crib, gotta lay low. That's the life that you get with a player though. Same bed, never know when I get home. Fed up and we both wanna let go. Had to put it on chill like a leftover. Could've seen it all coming from the get-go. Ayo, I know that what up. I roll up every moment, hit the show like what up. I know they want us, gonna eat and crow, but not us. I know you need opponents, I could flow that if you want it. Ayo, ayo, I know you better. I know you won't get on, ain't no one told you better. My opponents and my homies live too close together. Got land, but I don't live on it. Say my prayer, but for the moment, hold the peace. Know the streets, clear the air for my. Guard your coof, flip the map when I stash the loot and won't show the where. Hit the turf, legs don't overwork. Trust the fam, can't know for sir. Papa's gone, I ain't taking personal, Mike.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
你开尾看他超弱，他有办法让你们不用换摇杆，你不用。来了哦。然后你就变。
Everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. You'll see Team World and USA. And now the opening lineup for Team World. We've got Gilgeous Alexander. Clark is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Barrett at the three, the small forward.
And guys, since this game started back at
你把镜头调那个，它不会是比往前拉那个切入镜。对这个。
94. This has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fame.
And that one, good.
Well, I tell you, Bridges is doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. He drains the quick shot. Doncic has got his second basket of the night. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Trae Young. In the corner, it's Bridges. Here's Morant. USA moving the ball around. Bridges passes to Jackson. Young against Doncic. Pass to Clark. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now here's Morant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, let's say that.
我跟袜子脱掉，然后我随手丢下去，
歌准哦。
好准哦！
你看每一件3分准就可以准。
你把你袜子丢垃圾桶，要我的做法。
Defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
And I'm not sure anyone will make some history here tonight, but the Rising Stars Challenge has seen its share of miraculous performances in the past. I'll always remember David Lee going a perfect 14 of 14 from the floor in that 2007 game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks the triple.
And this game literally has been wide open. As wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
Now, here is Young. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it down. Hammers the alley through.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Well, you talked about David Lee's perfect shooting performance back in 2007. Greg, how about Kyrie Irving bearing all those threes? I think he had, 8 in 2012. Both those guys earned the MVP awards in those games.
And no doubt, remarkable night that were put on display by those guys. Still, if you want to talk about pure explosiveness, though, I think no one has been able to top Kevin Durant's 42-point effort back in 2009 in this contest.
Phenomenal performance. Now, here's Barrett. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Shoots over Bridges. They grab their own miss. Clark scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Williamson. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
And Doncic, here we go. Here's Clark, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Clark's got 6.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead.
Jackson, that's good. And Clark has got the ball here for Team World. 4-point game. The 3 for Doncic. And Team World, another 3.
And, you know, this game has had a lot of different looks to it over the years. I mean, it began as the Rookie Challenge back in '94, and since then we've seen the format change a number of times.
From downtown, that doesn't go either for Doncic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
.15 left in the first quarter. Clark kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. The 7-footer falls. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Team World.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
And USA with some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Jackson. Sexton comes in for John Morant. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Young. Team World also making some changes. Okogie's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for R.J. Barrett. Here's Sexton. After Luka Doncic's bucket. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the nature of the beast, Sexton is just constantly in attack mode, looking to make a play.
Both shots good from the stripe. Team World leading by 9. Doncic passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Washington. Here's Sexton, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic looking it over. Here's Alexander Walker, and it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Washington outside. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Team World out in front, up by 9. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So Team World's 5 right now. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic out there with Brandon Clark, and it's Okogie in at the 4th.
You're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And for as much offense as the All-Star game features, I mean, the Rising Stars Challenge typically gives us even more scoring. I mean, this is an action-packed event year in and year out.
Graham against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Graham. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Washington. It's blocked.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Now, here's Doncic. They have a 9-point lead. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. You talked about break the high scoring in this game over the years, and there have been some incredible totals, often up in the 140s and higher. It was only a few years ago that the winning team scored 163 points.
That's right. Yeah, I will never forget that. And it's part of what makes this game so fun. I mean, we don't come to the All-Star Week looking for great defense. We want to see these young fellas get out and run. And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open break.
And they double up Doncic. Inside, Alexander Walker. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And it's great to see Sexton slashing inside with that quickness and athleticism. Boy, he is tough to contain.
Driving the lane.
And he just dives from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
It's blocked.
Okogie's defense is top tier. He never stops working and causing problems at that end of the floor.
He hangs in there and cashes in on his second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. You brought the big stage these young guys around tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Nunn passes to Williamson.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Now, here's Nunn. He has 5.
2 minutes.
Graham from outside. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Washington's got his first 2 points.
Well, I tell you, you look at Washington's motor and his effort, a lot to like about both. I mean, he uses his length and instincts to do a good job on the glass.
Drills the three-pointer.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Sexton for 3. He can't get that one, and Team World will come the other way. The 3 for Doncic. Nunn grabs the board. USA trails by 9. Here's Williamson, and it's denied.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And USA with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Williamson. Morant comes in for Devontae Graham. And Trae Young subbed in for Kendrick Nunn. Now the pass to Alexander Walker. Hachimura, the pass to Alexander Walker. Over Young. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
That one's in there. But Team World lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Morant. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Morant. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
So an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
Team World leading by 5. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Alexander Walker. That one's not going to go. Good defensive work there by Young. Passes it to Washington. But Trae, Young's shot is good. Young's got 5 points so far.
And this is Young's mentality, ready to shoot the rock as soon as he catches the pass.
Here's Clark. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And now here comes Young, leading the break. Got it off in time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Team World leads by 2. We'll see you.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Half. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And last game, and that's a wrap.
It's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. A night none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic, just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game, and that excitement comes out onto the court.
Williamson out there with Jackson. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Young in at the point guard. And for Team World, Rui Hachimura out there with Barrett. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Okogie in at the 5 down low.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
It's Young on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Morant, right side. Here's Jackson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And two teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
Hachimura kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Young pass to Morant. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Barrett. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Team World. They lead by 4. Clark, he's checked in for Team World. Luka Doncic comes in for Alexander Walker.
Brandon Clark. Luka Doncic.
Doncic with it. He's got 16. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Zion Williamson. 90 seconds now into the second half.
As a teenager, I said as a teenager, Doncic recorded 4 triple-doubles during his rookie season. Before Luka's 4, there had just been 1 triple-double by a teenager in the history of the league. That's special.
Jackson kicks to Bridges. And there's the drive. And it's good. 2 points. Bridges got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time.
4th team foul.
That's his first foul. Now off the inbound. And Barrett slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Pass to Washington. Jackson with the bounce pass. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. And so the ball's out of bounds. Hachimura touched it last. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Jackson. Rebound by Team World. Clark's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Doncic from the arc. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Boy, from the moment he entered the league, Doncic has been an immediate star, capable of big nights just about any time he's on the court.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Morant. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by USA. And the pass to Washington. Here's Young. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little over 3.5 minutes gone by. Doncic against Young. And the rejection by Jackson. To the middle. The kick out to Young. Here's Morant. Down low. Washington finds Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Bridges passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Young against Doncic. It's hauled in by USA. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Stolen by Washington. Here's Morant. Shoots over Gilgeous Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Catching up on the changes for USA. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Washington. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Trae Young.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities, part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
Sexton with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Out to Morant. Graham gets a wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Graham's got the lead up to 4 now for USA. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for USA?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind it out game.
There's the lob to Bridges. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
Doncic dishes to Clark. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Morant kicks to Bridges. Tries again. And Morant will lay it in. And now an 8-point USA lead.
Have to respect Morant's activity on the offensive glass. Has an outstanding feel for when to go and attack the board.
To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And it's USA bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident. I'll come back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play, and they are putting on a show.
Team World trails by 7. They've got Sexton. Devontae Graham is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Williamson. And it's Bridges in at the power forward position. Gilgeous Alexander used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Shooting for your U.S.
The explosive athleticism of Williamson is so much fun to watch. For a guy his size to move like that, incredible.
The drive by Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 17 now, just in the second half. Graham finds Sexton. To the wing on the left. None. A three-pointer, no good. Team World trails by 8. Back to Barrett. Passes to Hachimura. Misses the 3. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
USA leading by 8. The drive by Williamson.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
The three for Doncic. No good that time, so USA will take it the other way. To the paint. And out of bounds as Team World gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And USA making a change here. Washington's checked in. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And right on target. Good. Doncic has got 35.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
And Clark has got the ball here for Team World. They trail by 6. Down low. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by USA.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kicks it out to Williamson. Going inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
This is what you love about Williamson. On the shorter side for a big man, but he's developing the pump fake as an equalizer.
Trae Young, he's checked in for USA. Team World trails by 8. Pass to Hachimura. Front past the arc. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Sexton the pass to Young. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Williamson dishes to Young. 5 on the clock. USA with another miss.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
The 3 for Doncic. Clark kicks to Hachimura. The 3 for Doncic. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young outside. USA working now with the new shot clock. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal
Morant, he's checked in for Sexton.
Substitution for your USA team.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, Luka's one of those players where the mid-range shot is really a weapon for him, not just an afterthought. I mean, he is lights out from that distance.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Team World trails by 8. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. They get it again. Clark outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the 3.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
USA moving the ball around. The drive by Williamson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Defensive
And
foul.
that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
And USA making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Pass to Barrett for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Count it. Good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Hachimura. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Second
And
team
you can
foul.
see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat.
USA leading by 8. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic, and it's slammed in by Bertans.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And it's out of bounds. Team World will retain possession. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And it's good. Off the going to the rim and in. Doncic has got 39. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boy.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Tries to keep it alive. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. USA leading by 10. Young is double. On the wing, Bridges shoots. USA working now with the new shot clock. Williamson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And finished off by Williamson.
And these fans are getting treated to just some amazing aerial action in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star Week. You don't lay it in, you punch it in.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And that one drops.
And it's just competing. Giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And that one's good. Doncic.
He really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
That one drops for him.
Physical play from Zion, going right through the contact and getting the bucket.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And teamwork, another three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
The three for Doncic. Cans it from downtown.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
So USA wins it.
Can't say enough about how well all of these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are.
我跟他打一场，看怎么样。
我一定要输了。
我亲自下阵。
来看一下对他得几分，看一下的。
那你要没有啊？我亲自下阵的时候，那你就更好指导他了，因为你这样你就不用分心嘛，对不对？
要输了，要输了。别说笑了，要真的要输了。
那这样我打客队
啊，
我客队你去主队
哦，
因为
我新手呢。
没有
那新手，新手呢。
新手主队没有说，因为这样你罚球的时候你不会晃啊。
没关系啊，罚球晃我没关系啊。
关闭就好了。
哇，一定看好。
没有了。好了，你不要这样。
不要，真的过去。
等一下，我换队来。
我死了。好了。
哦。
要换哪一个？
那我玩开瑞队，你玩的不忘好了。
你的不让好了。
没有，你的不忘。
你的不忘。看东北。
没有，我的忘叫看东北哦。
对啊。
你别说笑了好了。
哇，还要被电。
你们2打1的概念哦，对吧？
一定要被电。
没有，你可以教鸽子去调他的先发阵容啊，他搞不懂。
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
那这样你赢的真的是神领呢，对不对？不会，你会赢的。
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. Now let's check out the starters for the East All-Stars. Joel Embiid out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Irving at the one spot.
Yeah, quick foul picked up right away here in the first quarter.
That'll be a 5-second ball.
Violation. East ball.
Irving with it. Pass to Embiid. Good defense by Jokic. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Doncic dishes to James. Offline with his three. Here's Irving. Good on the bucket.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Doncic kicks to James. Baseline J on the way. It's Curry. That time on the assist by LeBron.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Irving. Embiid, no good.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Doncic.
Now an MVP caliber player. Doncic's drive is evident. I mean, he's somebody that wants to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And he's well on his way based on what he's done thus far.
James Harden, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. Passes it to Embiid. Jokic grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving.
Third team foul.
That's his first foul. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Giannis outside. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul call. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Clearly struggling here with the foul, still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Jokic finds James.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they want to sit him for a while.
Second personal foul.
West All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Arguably the most impactful player in modern NBA history, Stephen Curry has changed how the game is played, really making this more of a three-point shooting league.
Mike Conley's checked in for the East. Now here's Tatum. Driving in, and that's going to be a travel.
Western All-Stars ball.
West All-Stars off to a quick start here. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the three off target.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Pass to Harden. It's rebounded by Doncic.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Curry can't get it to go. And it's Conley penetrating. Banked in off the glass.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Curry wide open. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the three ball is good.
James Harden.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Team is in the penalty.
First trip to the line for him here. And that one misses.
For West All-Stars.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
You know, it really seems strange to say, but as big an impact as LeBron's made as a basketball player, he's making an even bigger impact off the court. His philanthropy, his activism. Tell you what, this guy's a special person. I really believe he's going to be a case study of how an athlete can leverage his stardom, his celebrity, his resources in a way that leaves a lasting, impactful legacy for many, many years to come.
Jokic with it, now guarded by Tatum. Here's James, and the rejection by Tatum.
And how the craftiness from Tatum. He plays smart, quick hands on defense, and able to block the shot.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Jokic. Sabonis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Paul George is checked in for James. And Paul subbed in for Luka Doncic. And then for the East, Williamson is checked in for Joel Embiid. Julius Randle comes in for Tatum. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Leonard. Drains the three-pointer.
Curry's release is so quick. As a defender, you can't afford to give him any space. You can't lay off at all.
The three from Harden. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Harden's gone 3 for 3 from deep so far. Perfect. And it's Paul penetrating. And it's the East with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Randle finds Williamson. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you see Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Mitchell, he's checked in for the East. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. Brown inside the line. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Boy, what a pass. X-ray vision, leadership skills. CP3, a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame.
Conley with the 3. His shot misses. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Brown missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And then the East All-Stars making a change here. Vucevic is checked in.
Just another way Randle can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Paul against Conley. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Simmons checked in for Sabonis. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are concerned, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The interior game of Simmons is rock solid. When he gets a matchup he likes, he knows exactly how to exploit it.
Now here's LaVine. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Paul surveying the floor. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the West All-Stars.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. LaVine for 3. And Simmons with the rebound. The West All-Stars with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Conley, the pass to Randle. LaVine wide open. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle.
LaVine is such a really good shooter from deep. You can't allow him to be alone at the arc.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the West All-Stars. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Right back after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
On the court for the East All-Stars here in the second, they've got Kyrie Irving. Randle out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Vucevic, and it's Mitchell in a pitcher spot.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
The game has has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Mitchell against Lillard. Off target at the rim. Outside for Simmons. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
3 seconds.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the West. And then for the East, Jason Tatum comes in for Randall. And Kawhi Leonard comes in for Zach LaVine. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. The West making some changes.
Second team foul.
LeBron's checked in for Brown.
Substitution.
And Doncic is subbed in for Paul George. And these All-Stars also making a switch. Beal's checked in. No one covering. Doncic has got 5.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Irving way outside. And Beal kicks to Irving. There's the drive. Good on that shot, and with it, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Vucevic. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
James Harden is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Doncic missing. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Jokic is checked in, and these All-Stars also making a switch. Zion Williamson's checked in for Vucevic. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Donovan Mitchell is a force offensively, of course, but he knows there's room for work at the other end. He said, I feel the need to really get after it defensively and show that. Watch film on every person I'm guarding. Defense travels. Offense comes and goes. Guys, back to you.
He's never satisfied, and I love that about him, D.A. Thanks. And that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That's his third foul of the game. Curry's checked in for Damian Lillard.
Now into the lineup for your West All-Stars, Stephen Curry.
LeBron outside. Back to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Jokic has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, you'll get him the ball.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Leonard on the wing, covered by LeBron. Tatum kicks to Harden, shoots over Curry, and too long on the shot.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Doncic, again, the West All-Star.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. There's the pass to Beal. Harden against Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Harden the pass to Tatum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williamson finds Harden. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
Doncic way outside. The long-distance three is good. Doncic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And that's the connection Leonard has with his guys. Knows when to go for that alley-oop.
Here's Curry. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the West All-Stars.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
That's scary. Already a great shot maker. Williamson still has plenty of room to grow in that area.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Floats it up for Jokic. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 11. And the layup is good.
James
Harden's got 13 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Curry gets the bucket.
The defense not doing a good job at all getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Slammed off and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
That's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
So the West ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for the East. Julius Randle's checked in for Tatum. Dean comes in for Leonard. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for James Harden. And it's Conley in for Bradley Beal. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. And that sends Domantas Sabonis to the free throw line. It's on Zach LaVine. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
I look at Sabonis as a terrific stretch four. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch.
Here's Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King. The West All-Stars have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for West All-Stars.
And so he makes both from the line.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
Just a freight train going downhill. No one willing to step in front of the massive Williamson.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time.
Zach LaVine.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The West All-Stars have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the second free throw, good.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Floats it up for Williamson.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Here's Paul, and he drives in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about. Dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. They've got Gobert. Doncic out there with Paul. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Doncic passes to Sabonis. Paul for 3. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Leonard's checked in.
Into the lineup for the East All-Stars, Kawhi Leonard.
It's stolen by Gobert. Now Doncic lets it fly, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
Here's Tatum, and it's blocked by Brown. Shoots over Leonard.
Look at how well Embiid uses his size on defense there, swatting down the shot and doing it with authority.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Gobert the pass to Doncic. Pass to Brown. 5 to shoot. Sabonis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Sabonis has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, I love to see that kind of heads-up play from Sabonis. He's got an eye on the shot clock and knows he's got to get it up quickly.
Outside for Beal. Passes it to Irving. Outside Leonard. Takes a three. The offensive rebound. And Embiid is right there.
More than likely, if there's a second chance bucket to be had, Embiid will get it. Makes him work even harder on the boards when he knows there's pay dirt at the end of it.
Doncic against Beal. From deep. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Cannot let Tatum roll to the bucket. When he's got a head of steam, he's going to finish with power.
Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Luka Doncic. And it's Irving with the ball for the East All-Stars. The lead is 2. 3-pointer. Here's Embiid. Back to Leonard. Pass to Irving. Clock at 6. Embiid kicks to Irving. Fires for 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the East All-Stars.
Irving knocking down that 3. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
Simmons checked in for the West. Lillard comes in for Paul. Vucevic checked in for the East. And here's Doncic from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Doncic has got 17.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
A shot's good from Irving.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the man.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The West making some changes. Jokic comes in for Gobert, and James subbed in for Brown. A big group substitution here for the East. Randall's checked in for Embiid. Zach LaVine comes in for Kawhi Leonard. James Harden, he's checked in for Beal. And it's Mike Conley in for Irving. Hits it from 3-point range. Doncic has got 20.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Harden the pass to Vucevic. Jokic with the steal. No one near James as he lets it go. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Shots good by Simmons.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
Lillard against Conley. Harden outside. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. The defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. So far, no go.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Conley feeling it out. Levine up top. And Levine throws it down.
That's what Zach Levine is known for, getting positioning inside and throwing it down.
A tight game here in Atlanta. The drive.
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And a wide open look for Simmons. It's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight. Simmons gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Conley for 3. It's rebounded by the West.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And the cold-blooded is Julius Randle.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. To the inside.
For the East All-Stars.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. And it's 8 points for Jokic.
That's exactly what you want the offense to produce. A high percentage look for Jokic.
And so it's the West All-Stars bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The West All-Stars with the ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. On the court right now for the East All-Stars. Conley out there with Mitchell. Then it's Randall. Then it's Zach Levine. And it's Williamson in at the foul. It's the 3-point bomb.
And when he's hitting from deep, Mitchell's practically unguardable. Can't crowd him out there. He'll just drive right around him.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Curry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley.
Mike Conley.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Curry outside. Offensive rebound. Curry on the wing. Outside, George. The pass to James. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside, getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And then for the East, Tatum, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Zach Levine. And Irving subbed in for Mike Conley. Tatum drives in. Williamson. It counts. And the foul.
Domantas.
It's going to go on Sabonis.
First personal foul.
Defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. When he's making passes like that, too, watch out.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the West All-Stars. 4-point game. That bucket in no time at all.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the West All-Stars.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Mitchell left side. Irving passes to Leonard. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. James with a deep 3. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Leonard finds Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Terrific energy so far from Williamson on offense. You can tell he wants to make an impact on that end.
The drive by LeBron. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
LeBron with it. Guarded now by
East All-Stars foul.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Joel Embiid comes in for Zion Williamson. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. That ties the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Here's Irving. Pass to Leonard. Here's the 3. Doesn't go that time. Now the West All-Stars the other way. And Antetokounmpo skins it in.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
East All-Stars foul. Kyrie Irving. 3rd personal foul.
And the first one fouls. So for the West, Jokic has checked in for Sabonis. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Paul George. And here's the East. They trail by 7. Now, here is Irving.
Two minutes remaining in the game.
They get it. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
And Beal kicks to Irving. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Doncic with it. Now Beal defending. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got 13 points in the second half.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he was stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic never lacking in terms of getting his body involved, throwing his body around, using that bulk and power to grab rebounds.
James against Leonard. Curry outside. And Tatum pulls it down.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Leonard's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%.
Irving bringing a little more intensity to the defensive end there, using his speed to get ahead of that shot.
And that one drops for him. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Irving misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
6-second difference between shot and game plan. Doncic from deep 3-point land. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Jokic finds Doncic. There's the triple. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Boy, from the moment he entered the league, Doncic has been an immediate star, capable of big nights just about any time he's on the court.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability.
我会跟你打更多的游戏体品之类的。
那这样反正我还给你客气。
没有东西，累，并没有。不敢玩游戏。
那我们
再到，那我也不玩。
靠腰啊！
拜拜。
你们就是有实力的人，那这样呢？
并没有，我走了。阿崩今天。
没有录到声音。
好像很多干货。
对，很多干货。要不然我跟你打一场。
我不能。